What's going on, friends? I'm live. I'm not trying to take away from any of my other friends, but I have to go live right now. I'm sorry. I have been completely and utterly conservatively triggered. 100% I have. Don't even care. Not even going to try to hide it. Not even going to pretend. What's up, James? Almost, Sammy. Almost. You were almost first. All right, let's get this party started. We're gonna get heavy into it. We'll put this on here. Except alrighty. James was first tonight, everybody. James was first. Okay. And I'm going to get right into it. So, did I unsubscribe from his channel? I need to make sure I'm unsubscribed. I do not want that dude getting any more. Unsubscribe. Gotta make sure. Okay. Hey guys. Not right now, Lane. Hey guys. It's me. How's it going? Welcome everybody. If you're just joining us, remember to hit the like button. Remember to hit subscribe. I've lost about 15 subscribers, so I don't know if that's you guys unsubscribing, or if it's just YouTube being friggin' YouTube. You know how it goes, guys. So there is a guy who's online right now, and he is what I would consider my antithesis. His name is Polypolitics 1.0. I've tried watching his channel. I've tried to be observant. He is the most liberal political hack. He comes across as someone who's, oh, I'm middle of the road. I hold Trump accountable. He's on there right now talking all kinds of fake shit gun statistics and things, and he's using the same twisted ideological points that I cannot stand and I will not stand by. That's why today's live stream is called Polypolitics is a joke, because he is. He's a hack, he's a joke, he's a liberal grifter, and we should all be aware of people like him trying to pretend like he is a centrist, when in reality he is a piece of garbage leftist that tries to pull that crap. Do not let people like that pull the wool over your eyes. So we're going to talk about real gun statistics. We're going to talk about things. So, we're getting right into it. Thank you for being here. We were at 60. We've already dropped down to 36. I'm sure that's no surprise. If you are just joining us, remember to double tap the stream. Michael G, what's going on, bud? What's going on? I even spent $5 to drop a message in his stream. I subscribe to it because I don't do that game that he does. I'm not going to do the subscribers only and then handpick the people that I choose to talk to on my phone call. I'm going to be more inclusive. I'm going to let you come into my stream. Oh, I'm talking about, just like it says in the title, Polypolitics, joke. No, Sammy, don't do that. Don't play their game. Hey, notification, thanks for coming in. That's not how YouTube contacts me. I have almost 10,000 subscribers, not going to work. But okay, thank you. That was a good try. That was a really good attempt, though. But I'm not worried about you. Anyways, welcome to the channel, everybody. I'm the below average Utah dad. I am a regular guy. I'm a regular dad. I'm a regular everyday person. I don't have 1 million subscribers. I don't have 500,000 subscribers. I don't even have 10,000 subscribers yet. All right? I am just a regular dad. I like guns. I like the Constitution. I'm in the reserves for the military. So I completely defend somebody's right to talk bullshit as much as they want. But I also defend my right to make sure that you're aware that it's bullshit when it's happening. So, oh, sorry guys, I gotta make sure I can see the chat. Hold on. Oh, Pat, thank you. All right. No, Sammy, don't go do that. I don't want you guys to stoop to that level. Utah got ADHD. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Pat, for the jewels. Okay, Palladium. This is my host outfit. This is what I wear. This is my hat for Baba Yaga. If you've watched any of my videos, you know who Baba Yaga is. And this is my jacket that I sometimes wear to work. And it's just fun. This is my purse. There we go. Yeah, I don't want you to stoop to that level. Don't go just trash talk. He's gonna ignore that dude's gonna ignore any conversation that doesn't support his ideology. Thank you, Michael G. Rather fight John Bane. 100% Bane. Bane has never been known to be bulletproof. John Wick, not bulletproof, but also really good at fighting. That's right. Hunting casual, 101 shred. Hunting casual. Okay, so let me step a little bit out of the way. So, we're gonna talk some real gun facts. All right. What's up, Practical? Talk some real gun facts, everybody. For those of you that don't know, in 2024 there were 54,700 something firearms deaths. Okay, deaths related to firearms. So I don't want to take away from that. I think it's very important that you know. Because that's a statistic, you know, people talk about, there are 54,000 firearm deaths in the United States every day. Okay, there's way more from cancer and smoking and heart disease and car crashes. But we're going to talk about the firearms death. Yes, Adam, all of my guns are real. Red Dead. I've actually never played Red Dead Redemption, but thank you for asking. Probably Wonderman. In fact, this one probably started in Utah. It was my dad's when he was a kid, and now it's mine. Exactly. So, I'm getting to that 101 shred. So, what we're going to say is, I'm going to lay out the statistics. Of the 54,000 deaths, 57% of them, I believe, it's like 57, it's between 52 and 57. 52 and 57% of them were suicides. So we're going to wipe those out right away. The reason we're going to wipe those out is because people say if you own a firearm, you're more likely to commit suicide. That's only true because a firearm is effective at what attempting suicide is trying to do. All right? If you attempt suicide with a firearm, 9 times out of 10, it's going to work. So we've established that. Guns work at what they're supposed to do. That's pretty common knowledge. So now that we've established that, let's take the other 43%. We'll make it 45 to just make it even, nice and even. 45%. Of those 45%, 67% of them, of those deaths, are gang and criminal homicide related. That's it. Okay. Not accidental deaths, not mass shootings, all right? That's not how guns work on YouTube, Jaka. That's a really weird thing to say. You clearly don't know how the internet works. And this is my house. If I wanted to shoot guns in my house, I could. It's not against the law. Anyways. Yeah, so they can't track that very well, 101 shred. So, all of the things, RHP Rocky, that's a good way to become a statistic. So all of the crap that he's talking about. So then he's like, well, what guns You know, or what states have the highest homicide gun deaths? Well, he uses that because they use the per capita. Technically, Alaska has one of the highest gun deaths in the U.S. because they have the highest suicide rate per capita because they have the lowest population. That's right, RHP. So people like that, the reason I can't stand people like that is because they don't use raw data. They use twisted and conformed data. They twist things to the way that they want, and they make it, they use it to try and spread a message that they want promoted. And then when you bring up a fact that they don't like, he did this multiple times in the conversation that he had. He was like, why are you still talking about this? What is your point? You know, do you think guns are bad or not? It's so stupid. What's my favorite nose hair? This one. Sorry, I'm pretty heated up about this. You guys that have been at my streams before, you know that I like to have a good time. I like to just talk with you guys. I like to converse. I like to interact, and I like to answer questions. But man, when you get people like that take data and then twist it and turn it around and say that, like when people talk about how children are more likely to die from guns than any other thing. Well, that's not true. If you separate it into individual causes of death, like slipping and falling, or drowning, or sneezing and breaking their neck, or getting into a car crash, or accidentally drinking poison. If you break it down like that into a single thing, then yes, children are more likely to die from firearms. But that's not how doctors, and that's not how everyone breaks that statistic down. The only places that do it are gun grabbing organizations. You're right, Albie. That is the whole point. And what's crazy is then if you take it and break it down by demographic and you take it down by geographic region, of that 45%, 85% of that 45% happens in California, Illinois, New York, Michigan, Atlanta. I'm sure that there's not a statistic that anybody wants to talk about as to why that's the case. And I'm not even talking about if anybody tries to say that I'm trying to be racist about it, I'm not, because there's plenty of white people and there's plenty of other demographics of people that live in all of those cities. Everlong Safe Haven, a gun. What's in the bag? What do you think's in the bag? JJR, I work in cybersecurity, and I'm also in the reserves. Hey JK, what's going on? Everlong, I carry no, not a P320. No, we don't like P320s on this channel. I carry a Glock 43X clone from Palmetto State Armory. I carry a micro dagger. No, R1, my Glock 17 clone is over here, and my Glock 19 clone is right there. So, Fishing with Liam, absolutely you can get a shout out, 100%. I love shouting people out. Christopher, list of people I don't like in order. Everyone. I don't like everyone. What's going on, Tactical Llama? So is ELDM 308 ammo good? Because it costs like $40 or so I don't want to waste my bullet. Practical, what are you going to use it for? If you're just going to do range stuff and like content, unless you're specifically focusing on the ballistics of a specific type of 308 ammo, just buy cheap range ammo. Nice, Slim, I love it. You in the Gravy Seals? Yes, I am in the Gravy Seals. Why not? Yeah, Everlong. I like Glocks. I just haven't purchased a Glock. I have Glock clones, but I swapped a bunch of the parts in them, so they're not even really clones anymore. They're just their own thing. Thank you, Mike G. You're welcome, Fishing with Liam. Venom Bell 420. You make lightsaber videos. That's freaking cool. Star Wars is awesome. I sure can't afford Glocks. I'm poor. Yeah, range ammo for anything that isn't hunting, bud. Practical sweet. So if you're gonna do an accuracy video, then I would do match grade, or I would do something designed for hunting. I would do like Hornady with Nick Fuentes. I really like Nick Fuentes. I comment on his stuff a lot on X and on Facebook. He's commented on some of my stuff. But yeah, I like it's Congressman, right? Representative Fuentes. So can we get a look at your AR? Sure. I would love to get an HK VP9. I don't even see the football dude stuff. Okay, so I have a 9mm AR right here, you guys. I've got a regular AR that's chambered in .223 Wild. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. It doesn't actually mean there's not a cartridge .223. It just means that's the barrel and the chamber. And then this is my AR-10 chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor. That's my long range gun. So, or is Nick Fuentes that freaking like anti-Semitic joke and a half man, like not even a real man? Nick Fuentes is the piece of shit. I'm thinking of Nick Freitas. I'm thinking of Nick Freitas, not Nick Fuentes. Fuck Nick Fuentes. Yes to Nick Freitas. Slim, I've not tried the Dagger Saber. I want to get. That's the one with the. It's a little bit more tricked out. Is that the one with the metal frame? Grim, welcome to the channel, man. Also, everybody, I haven't said this in a little bit. I would love if somebody wants to do this. If somebody wants to put up a cool like, share, and subscribe banner. You'll get pinned. I'll let you be the banner. And also, if you're just joining us, remember to like our stream. And please consider subscribing. I'm doing a giveaway at 10,000 subscribers. All right, so it'll be awesome. Christopher, yes, I like Jews. I support Israel. Go ahead and call me a clown. I don't care. I'm not an anti-Semite. My family's fought in every war, and I'm a firm believer that Israel is the one shining beacon of democracy on the other side of the world. That tries to protect at least a modicum of our interests as well. If you want to go with the SIG P320, you can. It's not what I would recommend. I would recommend, like, depending on what your budget is, I would recommend like a striker fired pistol that has some kind of safety on it, that hasn't been shown to fire all on its own all the time. Slim Reaper. Slim Reaper's our winner, you guys. Thank you. No, I like Glocks. I like Glock variants and clones. I like Walthers. I like Canics. I like Taurus. I think Taurus makes a great introductory pistol, you guys. Yeah, seriously. M&P 2.0, amazing. Armalite. None of mine are Armalite. They're all Aero Precision. But I do have 3 ARs, so. Oh, Martell. Yeah, M&P 2.0. Several of my buddies are huge M&P guys. They swear over it more than the Glock. I obviously carry Glock variants. You know where I stand. Tactical ammo, 100%. I carried a G2C 24/7. I carried that gun for 10 years. What's my most fun gun to shoot? Oh, honestly, it's gonna be my Right now it's my AR9. You get all the feel of like an AR-15, but the the cost effectiveness of 9mm. So M&P 5.7 or Rock 5.7. Thomas, the only one I've shot is the Ruger 5.7 actually. Sorry, I take that back. I've shot the Ruger 5.7 and the FN 5.7, so I'm biased. I haven't shot either of those ones. Ethan, awesome. Highly recommend if you don't have one, get a comped slide or get a comp for your 43X. Trust me, like my 16-year-old daughter loves shooting my 43X clone. It's her favorite gun to shoot, but yeah. Melocene, I do have an AK, but it's a Chinese AK. Unfortunately, it's at the doctor's office because it's getting some work done on it. Michael, go for it. I think PSA does a pretty good job. It's not going to be perfect. I certainly am, Tyler. Thank you. I'm glad you like the hat. This is I got this hat at Walmart. I saw it and I bought it for a video that I did, one of my shorts. And I just started wearing it when I would do shorts and I would do content and I was being some outrageous character. And now it's like, it's just like it's kind of the, part of the costume, the wardrobe for the channel. Homo Boy, absolutely I'm the little spoon in the field. Why is that? That shouldn't be a shock. It's always better to be the little spoon when you're in the field. You stay warmer that way. Ramjet's a good one. I personally I would look at an aftermarket slide. Keep your barrel the same and everything, but look at maybe an aftermarket slide that has a comp built into it. Gabriel Firearms. I actually don't own any suppressors. I don't own any suppressors. I want suppressors. I just don't own any. What's your take on Beretta? Oh, dude, MJ. So, almost 20 years in the Air Force Reserve. I've shot the 92 FS, the M9, a shit ton. I love the 92 FS. It is not hard to shoot, and it does what it needs to do. It drives nails and puts rounds downrange. Probably Homo Boy. I mean, that makes sense. Would I get the Saber Dagger? So I think I would get the Saber Dagger down the line just to try it, because I want to do a couple of Glock variants. I want to get an actual Glock. I want to get a Glock, but I want to get some of the higher end frames that are some of the metal frames for Glocks. I've seen some of those, and I would really, really like to check those out. But I have kind of an order that I'm purchasing firearms in. Hey, doggos. I have an order that I'm purchasing firearms in, and so I'm trying to follow through on that. The subscribers have helped build and grow this channel, and they've made requests on what type of firearms I get. So that's what I'm working on doing, is fulfilling those promises. With the D8, any tips? I don't know. My dad keeps an M9. My dad conceals. That's what he CCWs, is his M9. So yes, I have a poodle and I have a Labrador. So yeah, yep, the camo dog. She lays down and she blends into the floor. So. I'm trying to think. Yeah, the M9 is solid. If you can find a used M9, if you can find one, definitely worth getting. Yeah, don't buy a SIG P320. Yeah, Ethan, that makes sense. What's up, Jody? So thank you everybody for joining us. Remember to like the stream, subscribe. That's the best way to help the channel. That's also the best way to get entered for our drawing. As I said, we are, dude, we're at 37 likes. There's 127 people liking. Or there's 127 people watching and we have 37 likes. If everybody will take 5 seconds to double tap the screen or just scroll down on your computer or on your iPad or whatever and hit the thumbs up button. Just hit that like button. Help us grow. You only have to sub to be entered to win. Foot stomp. Mrs. B, thank you. I have another one over here that I dry fire the Nerf gun when we get donations. Thank you, Michael G. So I am with your with, and thanks for my shout out. Say thanks, Jody. Roger, real men don't get into fights if they can avoid it because we cherish peace. Like, be ready to fight. Be ready to exact extreme violence if you have to, but like, don't want violence. And then real men are also smart enough to know that like you're going to use every tool in your inventory to win. In my case, it's a gun. So if you bring a fist to a gunfight, because if I'm there, it's a gunfight. That's up to you. Everlong, this is a PSA Dagger Compact, and this is a 6-inch Colt Anaconda 44 Magnum. Do we get a lot of fatigue in Utah? Yes, Mr. DNA, I remember you. Adrian the Majan. No, this is an M45 gas mask. Yonder Man, I do live in Davis County. I do. Have you seen me? I think I'm the only person that walks around in Davis County with this hat on. MJ, I'm carrying, I swap back and forth between the Glock 43X clone, the micro dagger, and I have the C1 comp, so I have a comp on the end of it, and the compact dagger, which is like a Glock 19X. Dennis Franco, I do. This one's an AR-15 right here. Michael G, there is a red dot that comes with the giveaway. And it's not this exact one, except that it is. So it will be this model. It's actually going to have a custom. Yonderman, I do work at Hill Air Force Base. I do work at Hill Air Force Base occasionally. I was there this weekend, if that gives you any clues. But yeah, it's gonna be a PSA Dagger compact lower. It's gonna be a slide and barrel, threaded barrel from Stifler Manufacturing. I will provide a OEM Glock magazine and then a spare PMag from Magpul, and it will have a red dot. It won't have that red dot. So we kind of have a lot of fun on this channel, and as you can see, not everything that I have is the most elite and super expensive, incredible, like ultra, I'm going to be an operator but not really because I'm not really in the military type of person stuff. It's going to be kind of a gimmicky but also fun and functional red dot. You guys will get a kick out of it. Which one's the most illegal? Honestly, probably the AR pistol, because it has a pistol brace on it, and just like Joe Biden said, if you put a brace on the end of a gun, turns it into a weapon and makes a higher caliber bullet stronger, makes it more deadlier, shoot fast better, boom 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 boom. That one. Theo, what's going on, bud? Theo, did you get your trigger and your stuff for your daggers? Did you trick them out yet? Everybody go check out Theo's Guns and Practical Civilian. They're great guys. You'd rather have a high point 40 than a 9mm. That's cool, D'Angelo. That's cool. I wouldn't. No, JJR, we don't talk about the 86 caliber depleted uranium nuclear stuff. Thank you, Theo. Oh, awesome. Murph, what's going on? We're doing great. We got 103 people watching. Let's see where we at. We're at 48 likes. Thank you, everybody. Oh, awesome, dude. Dude, is it not amazing, Theo? Is it not amazing? Thank you, Yonderman. If you happen to win, then that'll be awesome. D'Angelo, yeah, that happens. How old was you when you realized you liked me? How old was I? Freedom of speech. Dude, I'm in the military. I'm very in touch with the fact that I'm a little bit gay. You cannot be in the military and not be a little bit gay. And if you deny that you're a little bit gay, then you're probably full-blown gay. Like, it's not that big a deal. Thank you, D'Angelo. Love from, that's Sweden? Am I right? Is that Sweden or Switzerland? Sweden or Switzerland? Oh yeah, Theo, it is amazing. Leah Marriott, maybe a little more than a little bit. It's fine. It's fine. Thank you, Yonderman. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, as long as you keep like one sock on and don't make eye contact, it's fine. Thank you, D'Angelo. Thank you. Appreciate it. Prod Murph, England. Oh, I love it when we get folks from Europe here. I love when we get our European friends in here because I wish that you guys could exercise rights the same way that we do. There you go. Wiggy, I do up in Idaho. I have a 30-06. I have a Springfield 30-06 up in Idaho. So, one sock on. Exactly. Drewster, only someone who's full-blown gay would say that it's a gay statement. Someone who's mostly straight knows that, like, it's okay. It's okay. Dude, Flacco, 100%. I am all in. If I had a 3D printer, I would be doing it all the time. D'Angelo, it's cool. I love it when people get in here and troll. Theo, you live in Idaho? My mom has a farm in Rexburg, Theo. I go up there all the time. And Armed Society is a very happy and polite society. That's true. Thank you, Yonderman. That's okay, Liam. You're just in denial of your gayness. Chubby, so this is the MTAC bag. This one's pretty nice, and it's like $35 on Amazon. Okay, yeah, Theo, cool. I'm actually still in, Murph. I'm still in. I've been in for 20 years. Theo, yeah, I think I have your signal. Are you in, Theo, are you in any of the groups? Any of the signal groups that I'm in? Theo, shoot me an email with your signal just in case. Shoot me an email, bud. I'm going to be up in Rexburg this weekend. I'm going to be in Rexburg this weekend. Savannah, awesome. Air Force Reserves. Sorry, Liam, sorry. Liam is completely straight and doesn't know anything about being gay. Don't worry about it. Awesome, Theo. Everybody, don't forget to go check out Theo's Guns. Another great, great content creator. Fun guy. Really cool dude. I know, imagine. U.S. Navy, awesome. Don Bennett, I am in the Air Force Reserves. I'm in the Air Force Reserves. Thank you, Jairus. Thank you. Yeah, Gunshots, one of my moderators, he's a subsidiary of the Navy. Yeah, he's a Marine, guys. It's cool. Oil Up. I actually don't have my baby oil in here. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't know, man. Shh, Gunshots. Shh. I've got my regular pants on right now, Gunshots. I didn't wear my shorts, man. Nice, Murph. I love it. Oh, J-Dog's got the baby oil. That's true. Don, no, I've only been a reservist. I've actually only been a reservist my entire 20 years. Of that time, though, about half of it is active duty. I've been an active reservist. My teachers used to say my name like that. Jairus. Sorry. Q-Lube idea, Diddy's favorite. Yes. What caliber is that Nerf gun? This one is depleted uranium 86 caliber. This one is tungsten carbide uranium 52 caliber. Yeah. I'm doing great, J-Dog. Just doing the thing. Just trying to trigger as many liberals as I can. Thank you, D'Angelo. Thanks for joining us. I really hope everybody's having a good time, that you're liking the stream and that you're subscribing. We try to do these every night. I have family in town, so I haven't done them every night this week. But yeah, we do a lot of goofy content. I try to have fun. I don't do just gun content. It's a lot of gun content though. Adam, yes. Everybody go check out J-Dog. Anybody who's a mod, if you see a mod, go check out their channel, please. Don, 9mm Glock clone, or Glock 19 clone from PSA. Colt Anaconda 6-inch. Aero Precision EPC 9. Glock 17 clone from PSA. 6.5 Creedmoor, Marlin 60. 223 Wild. Winchester 120. SKB. Yes, Theo. I actually meant to do that. That's actually a good idea. Okay. I got you. J-Dog is wonderful. VR player. I have like a basic. I have a very basic. Like this is basic bitch gun collection, you guys. This is not that much. I'll check my phone, bud. I'll check my phone. I do not have a 50 cal. I do not have a firearm in 50 cal. Thank you, Theo. Theo donating towards our lever gun. I love it. So for those of you that don't know, we do, anytime you donate on this channel, the only thing it's used for is to buy more guns. So if you ever want to donate on the channel, you can know that it goes towards guns. The Colt revolver right here, this one you guys paid for. I've got a lever gun that I'm gonna be purchasing next month. That one you guys have paid for. The next gun that we're trying to get is a 1911. So I love it, Theo. That would be awesome. 50 so once I have the 1911, then I'll let you guys vote on like the next 3 guns. So I do want to get a Werewolf. I've heard a lot of good things. I actually also want to get like 350 Legend. Odin. This is an M45. M45. Brian, awesome. Awesome, coming from Puerto Rico. I know that one, guys. I know the Puerto Rican flag. Can you guys pay for a gun for me next? 8Ball would like us to pay for a gun for him next. Thomas, so everybody voted on a Colt 1911. I found one at a local shop. I found a Colt Gold Cup that's got a pretty good serial number range for when it was made, for about $1,000. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I like it, Yonderman. Thank you, Brian. Wait, why are your feelings hurt? Gunshots? Who hurt your feelings? Who hurt Gunshots' feelings? Thomas, maybe. Maybe. That's a little ways down the road. I saw you got a Gold Cup, J-Dog. J-Dog hurt your feet. J-Dog, did you hurt the Gunny's feelings? Everybody tell J-Dog to apologize to Gunny. It's not very nice, J-Dog. Probably not going to get another revolver right away after the 1911. I'm kind of hoping that we go with like a fun, another fun like PCC. Theo, it's just my name without any spaces at gmail.com. It's below average Utah Dad at gmail.com. I walked off camera because it was in front of the chat, and then like I was talking to you. Below average Utah Dad at gmail.com. Andres, my favorite handgun of all time is a fairly recent one. It's the Alien Luago. I think that the Alien looks just freaking amazing. Urban, I love it. I do need to. What I really want to get is I want to get the old Nerf bow and arrow, like the old school one. That would be fun to hang up like up at the top. That way I can say I have a bow and arrow. Steggy, no, this is a Winchester 120. This is a Winchester 120, and this is an SKB M7300. So, we're 41 minutes in. We've got 65 likes. Yeah, the Alien is just like 6 to 7 cheeseburgers. We have 68 people watching. I'm guessing it's not all 68 people that were already here like 30 minutes ago. We're back up to 86. So if you guys would be awesome, double tap your screen to like the stream. Or scroll down and hit the finger thumbs up button. Use the power of your finger to hit the thumbs up button. Double tap. Thank you, Theo. Awesome. You know, you gotta tap it like this. Add a little bit of that. Double tap. Come on, guys. Come on. That was funny. Come on, you guys know that. Most of you should know. Come on. Double tap the screen. Let's boost this in the algorithm. Let's make it happen. Let's see. We've got 70 likes. 70 likes. Let's see if we can get up to 100 likes before the hour. That would be awesome. Tim B, that's right. I love it. Pig, yeah, I do. A purse, Ali. VP9s are nice. Hey, what's up, Ben? What's going on? Hello, my friend. Oh, how are you? We had a very good time on the stream tonight. I liked it a lot. Joe, here they are. We'll get up close. You should she field strip. I don't know what that means, Thomas. I know what field strip is, but I don't know what she field strip is. Where is Cash? I talk to people. I answer their questions about firearms and firearm ownership. I don't spread propaganda. I just answer the questions directly and concisely. Misguided Angel, I am. And then I also do mental health and suicide awareness. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology. I serve in the military. I do a lot of things for suicide prevention, suicide awareness. I do 22 push-ups every day to try to raise awareness for veterans and military and first responders that struggle with mental health and mental illness and commit suicide. So yeah, it's a pretty important thing. I actually got some information today about a local nonprofit that's just getting started that a gun range here in the valley along the Wasatch Front is starting to try to raise more awareness, and they want me to be a part of it. So, thank you, Coda. Bullseye, if I can, yeah. Let's do it. R1. So here's the thing. I kind of have a knockoff LPVO on this one because at the time it's what I wanted. I actually don't think that a regular AR needs an LPVO. If you're like a DMR, if you've got a long range AR like a 308 or 338 Federal or 6.5 Creedmoor like what I have, thank you, Where is Cash? Thank you, and you're welcome. So, text, yeah. So I do the video every day. You see me do the push-ups. I try to tag as many things. I've created a couple of tags. Ben, I am totally down. 100% down. I have a couple of ideas how we can do it to benefit both our channels, but I'm down. So text, there's a couple of ways that it does help. So I've had a couple of people call in. I have a phone number for this channel. I've had people call me. I've had people text message me and email me. I've had people reach out to me on X and on other social media platforms just to talk because they were struggling. So in that regard, I am being successful in the sense that I'm potentially helping one person, or now I'm up to about 5 or 6 people that I've helped just talk through scenarios where they felt like giving up. So if that alone is all I accomplish, then I accomplish it. But more than that, I'm gonna keep doing it because people keep committing suicide. All right, and until that stops, I'm also not gonna stop. So it helps me because it helps me keep in shape. It helps people that are out there that are struggling because they see people that are standing with them in solidarity. Like, hey, we get it. You're struggling. If you need to talk to somebody, reach out. Talk to someone else. We know that you're struggling. And then, if nothing else, like, it's at least doing something. It's doing something. So if you're a vet, if you're a first responder, if you're a regular everyday person, yes, Stallone. I'm an Air Force vet. I'm actually still in the Air Force Reserves. So, yeah. Yeah, I am a firm, huge advocate of suicide prevention and awareness. And I try to be involved in as many things as I can to help advocate for better services and things like that. Yeah. If you're struggling, it's okay to struggle. Like, we all have struggles. Stress is the thing that motivates us to accomplish whatever it is we set forth to do, or to overcome obstacles. Distress is where we start to, it's like the downward end of that bell curve. If you think about a bell curve of, like, there's just complete contentment, there's stress, there's distress, and then there's, like, despair. So if that makes sense, if you can imagine a bell curve, that's kind of what I view things on, like the stress emotional spectrum. Oh, YouTube's doing the thing. I'm guessing the likes slowed down. Yeah, the likes slowed down. Thank you, Stallone. Yeah, I was in LUD last year. I came home. I was in the deed for 6 months, and I came home last April. So, gunshots. So if you guys are here, if you're just joining us, if you're lurking in the background, please remember to like the stream. It looks like because we weren't liking the stream. Not sorry if I come across as blaming you guys. I'm not trying to. But YouTube, if you have like over 50 people, if you're not continuously gaining likes on your stream, what they'll do is they'll stop promoting it. And so people will come in and they'll cycle through. They might like the stream, they might not. They'll sit for a couple minutes, or it'll get recommended on their For You page or whatever in their as they're scrolling through shorts. If you don't like a stream, what happens is it stops showing up in other people's feeds. Theo, it will be 20 years in November. 20 years in November. Thomas Fordington. Which S word? Which S word? I don't know what S word you're referring to. So, subscribe, share, like. Oh. Maybe I need to get angry again and start yelling about that clown who was on earlier, who was like freaking, oh, I should, sorry. Theo, it looks like I did get a signal message from you. Got it. Theo, I messaged you back. Brake light, thank you. Thank you, Coda. Thank you. I love doing it. So, SMF TAC 30 and 30-06. Stallone, like, oh, okay. Nice, Stallone. So, SMF TAC 30 and 30-06. So, not an SMF TAC 30, but I did see, again, at the pawn shop that I'm looking at getting my Colt 1911, they had a Remington 274 or 774. It's a semi-automatic Remington in 30-06. It was pretty cool. Pretty neat gun. It's older, but still a pretty neat gun. Thank you, Ben. Hello. So anyways, that was a pretty cool gun. Man, everybody dropped out. Everybody went away. SMF is an AR platform. Oh, cool. I'll have to look into that. Thank you, Stallone. We appreciate the love. My other messaging tool. So like a lot of the GunTube guys, a lot of guys that do. Yeah, I think I'm showing 17. We were at like 130, like 20 minutes ago, and now we're at 17. Yeah, when you have that many, so like YouTube, when you have that many in your stream, if you are not getting likes, then YouTube, again, they'll keep throwing it and say, oh, they had 130. Let's see. Have I flown the AVOR cart? No. What time is that? I already ate dinner, Yonnerman. I already ate dinner. I had I marinated some chicken in pickle juice, soy sauce, gochujang, and Worcestershire. So I marinated it overnight and then I smoked it. It was good. It's good stuff. Asian smoked chicken. Sounds good, Yonnerman. New York Gunner. So, New York Gunner, this actually, Mr. Toxicol, I'll answer your question in just a second. New York Gunner, this is actually an MTAC bag. I don't know if you can see it. It's not 945, but it's like a 945 clone. You can get them on Amazon for like 35 bucks, dude. Dude, that's awesome, Bullseye. Thomas, I'm not a pilot. I'm an enlisted dude. I don't fly. I've flown in lots of things. So, Mr. Toxicol, I have an AR-15 and an AR-10 and an AR 9mm. M4s are the military variant of the AR, and that they have select fire. You can do more than just single fire. You can do either 3-round burst or full auto, and those are extremely hard as a civilian to come by. They're extremely expensive. They're very heavily regulated. So it is unlikely that anyone that's a civilian owns one. Not to say that it's impossible. They're out there. They shouldn't be hard to own, but at this point in time, they are highly regulated, and most people that have true full auto not force reset or bump stock or super safeties or things like that. If they have true full auto, it's probably a modified weapon and it's probably not legal. Gunshots, trust me, marinate some chicken thighs in pickle juice and soy sauce. You will thank me. 100% you will thank me. Marinate it overnight. New York Gunner, yes, I love this bag. It's great, like if you go exercising, if you go jogging, or like me, I ride a bike in the mornings. It's super easy to carry some extra mags, to carry like a couple credit cards, your EDC knife, things like that. I'm wearing it right now because I was doing yard work about a week ago, and when I bent down to pull some weeds, one of my pistols dug into my fat belly right here, and so I cut myself. I gave myself a blister. So I've been carrying this until my blister scab heals. Because I am a little fat. I get it. I'm a little fat. I'm fit. I'm very, very healthy dude. Just, I'm fat. It happens. Coda, thank you. That's how we celebrate on this channel. When you donate jewels or money or things, you get Nerf dry firing. That's right. That's how we celebrate. We make lots of noise. You're right, Beer. You are 100% right. You want to know what the best part is? The only people who care are people who don't care. That's fine. So the criminals, if they know what this is, then here's what's going on. Here's what happens with the criminals that know. If they know, they're then faced with a decision. Do I F with that dude, or do I watch myself? Because if he has a gun, which it looks like he does, then I probably shouldn't do anything stupid. And if they're a criminal and they recognize it, it's probably going to trigger them because they're a criminal. They're already nervous about whatever they're doing. So, are they going to do anything? Maybe. But that's at their own peril. And they then know. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Hi. Oh, pretty kitty. You come to say hi. So I appreciate it, Barry. You're 100% correct. Thank you, Jay. Meow. You are a pretty kitty. Yes, you are. Miss Aurora. So pretty. Steve, I can read a little bit of Spanish. I can't speak it. I can translate it okay in my head. I just have to kind of work it out. Thomas Fordington. Are you talking about my cat? I believe we adopted her back in 2020. So I think she's considered, I think her breed is a baby doll. Which is like some kind of like long-haired Siamese. JC, no, this is it's a pistol caliber carbine. So in that sense, yeah, it's a Aero Precision EPC 9. About J-Dog. Steve, what's my favorite knife brand? Ooh, that's a good question. So I carry my EDC is a Benchmade. I think Benchmade is pretty freaking solid, but I know that there's some decent Benchmade clones if you want to go that route. There's actually a channel here on YouTube that I've gotten to know pretty well, and his channel is called EDC with DBD, and he reviews lots and lots and lots of knives. Not all like name brand knives, and he recommends low cost clones of knives. How long does it take to get the gun out of the bag? Jeffrey, I actually have a video. I have a short where I did a time on my bag. It's not as fast as when I appendix carry, but as I mentioned earlier, I have a scab from a blister when I was appendix carrying because I'm fat. I was working out in the yard and I gave myself a blister, so that's why I'm carrying in the bag right now. Thank you, Bullseye. JC, yes, I carry a 9mm 43X clone. Nice, Beer Gut. I don't do OWB. I'm either IWB or here. I've never done... Jeffrey, that's what this is. Just like that. So, that ought to give you an idea how quickly I can drop it. So if I needed to draw, I mean, that was... The process of drawing from there is pretty quick. Although I am with gunshots, sometimes I'll carry two guns. Sometimes I'll carry this one, appendix, and I'll carry the other one, 6 o'clock. So, if I have pants on. What if you don't have pants on? I think we should talk more about that, gunshots. Let's talk more about you not wearing pants. Come on. It'll be fun. So, yep, wherever J-Dog is, J-Dog would be happy to know. Okay, Half-Face Blades brand. I'll have to check them out. I also I have some other knives over here that I like. I have a case knife. I have like an old buck knife. That works, Boomer. I know my dad is 65. He just has an elastic band holster, and he just tosses his M9 into it. So, yeah, I've got a case knife, a buck knife, a BNB forged knife. So, a couple different things. Yes, my dad is 65. What? Why is that a shock? My father-in-law is 71. He's upstairs. So, my dad is 7 years older than you. He says, yes.
I'm gonna play that one game on Roblox that takes a really long time to beat.
Okay.
So can you accept FaceTime all day?
FaceTime? Why do you need FaceTime if you're gonna play Roblox?
Because I'm gonna be playing it with Camden. Oh, but let me send the request.
Yeah, send the request. Sorry, somebody sent me a message on
Okay, I sent it. Thank you.
Yeah, my stepdad, or not my stepdad, my father-in-law is 71, my dad is 65, my stepdad was 63 when he passed away. Thank you, Yonerman. So, like, I know I talk about guns a lot, I do a lot of gun stuff, but the channel is called Below Average Utah Dad, so like when my kids come in, I don't get mad at them. I love it when they come in and we have conversations and we talk about stuff. Thomas, I don't have any bows at all. And I'm actually kind of self-conscious about it because I have a buddy up in Alaska, because I grew up in Alaska, and he has a channel, and it's called Frozen Fin Fan, and he's a Miami Dolphins, huge Miami Dolphins fan. He's got a podcast, which everybody, if you like the Dolphins, you like football, go check out Frozen Fin Fan on YouTube and check out his podcast as well.
So, Dad, are
Yeah.
you going to accept it?
Yes, I will accept it. Sorry, sis.
Thank you.
But he is an archery instructor, and so I feel bad that I haven't like done more to reach out to him and like, hey man, you want to do something like with archery sometime? Do an archery collab? A tactical spear, that's awesome. Zach, what's going on, bud? Yo! Spears are cool. I've kind of thought about like I have this little SOG throwing knife. I have a SOG machete up in my garage. I thought about doing something like I'd like to get into as just a side thing. I would like to eventually forge my own knives, or maybe even a sword just for fun. Hey Jerome, what's going on, buddy? I think it'd be cool to do that. I think it'd be really cool to do that. But I haven't. Thank you, Zach. Where are we at? Oh, we're at 88, and we've actually grown quite a bit in terms of likes. Everybody, if you're lurking in the background, please help this stream get thrown back into the algorithm by liking and sharing. The old gun porn. What are you talking about? The old gun porn. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, like the old stuff that it was. I know. I need to film some new stuff. I'm gonna be up in Idaho where I filmed a lot of that, so I'm gonna take some of this with me, and I'm gonna film all new stuff. It's gonna be nice. It's only gonna get like 10 likes or 10 views because YouTube isn't sharing any of my shit right now. If I say the word gun, or if I post a gun, or if I talk about guns, YouTube is just. Demon, I've been doing the hashtags and they're still just getting slaughtered. The only ones that are doing well are the ones that I'm not putting guns on, and the ones I'm not attaching a song to. So, I've got to do it without any music. I've got to have, yeah. Jerome, thanks, buddy. Thank you, Beer Gut. W. Murphy. Yeah, I know. I need to do archery to be on YouTube's good side. Although, I wouldn't be shocked if that goes away too, because they're gonna say, "Oh, that's a weapon." That would be cool, Jerome. Like I said, I'm gonna be up in Idaho. I'm gonna try to do some content with my brother's 303. With his Mini 14 and his 4570, since I don't have one yet, and I think he also has his 45. So we'll try it with his powers and my powers combined. It would be fun. So we'll get there, and I will make sure to film some content of shooting the 44 out on the farm. Yonderman, I have done just revolver and I have done pistol, and I have not used gun in some of them, and it still kind of does the same thing. What's up, John? I want to get into 3-gun. If this channel gets to the point where I can sustain my regular everyday life and not have to have a regular gun or a regular job, then I will probably get into 3-gun because I think it would be fun to do that. Beretta Silverhawk. So 93 likes, everybody. Missed it. We missed it by a little bit. Let's see how quickly we can get to 100 likes. I thought for sure we were going to get there when we were at 38 minutes, we were at 75 likes. And so I thought for sure that we were going to get, because we still had like 95 people in here. Oof. 1800, Jerome. Dang. What's going on, John? So, alrighty. Have I tried twerk? I have twerked. I haven't twerked in a video in a while. I've twerked on my live streams, but I haven't twerked just in a video in a while. But I'm actually it's almost 8 o'clock. I've been going for a little over an hour. I think just because of how much we dropped off, I don't think we're going to get back into the algorithm. So what I'm probably going to do is go to the gun wall. Yeah, I'll get millions of viewers for twerking. I'll probably go to the gun wall, or I'll probably just end the stream since I have company over. I'm probably not going to do an overnight gun wall. I think we did pretty well tonight. Yeah, double check if you're subscribed, everybody. Double check to make sure that your bell is on all notifications. It makes a big difference. Don't think having your pull cord disabled while in public. Justin, I don't understand what you mean. I don't know what pull cord disabled. What do you mean? Yeah, that doesn't... Like the one video that I did one video today about my socks. That's all it was. I just made a joke about how I had my socks up to here because I went for a walk. I went for a walk in the morning. And it got 12 views. That's it. And I'm like, seriously? It's a video about my socks. Yeah. So it's a whole thing. But I think I'm going to call it a night. Like I said, I've got family upstairs. Just wanted to come to, I was heated, and I think we had a successful stream for the hour. I might come back. I might come back in an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I might do another live stream. I don't know. But thank you guys for sticking in and joining us. Thank you to everyone that's new, that's subscribed, and I hope that you enjoy being subscribed. We're getting closer to being able to give away the super cool giveaway that we're going to do at 10,000 subscribers, and then we will. FBI, you don't need me to do it. Just go borrow somebody's P320, man. Thank you guys. You have a wonderful night. Thanks for jumping in, and maybe we'll do another one. Maybe we'll do another one in a little bit. But if not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Going about it the wrong way. Check out my kitty. Meow.